Nigerians afford Tyla's tickets because in South Africa, one ticket to Tyla's show, the cheapest is 900 rand, and that's equivalent to the 1 month salary of a Nigerian soldier in Nigeria. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It means in Nigeria, it will take a 1 month salary of a soldier to afford Tyla's ticket.
Nigeria, y'all might need to save that money and invest in some toilets. Y'all like 11 million toilets short in Nigeria. I can prioritize your money because right now, Nigeria, y'all don't need a concert. You need toilets.
Oh my God! You see, I see Nigerians rejoicing that they came together, you know, regardless of their different races, their different, you know, traditions, their different religious beliefs and whatever, you know, their different tribes. They all put everything aside and come together, you know, to make sure that Tyla's show is not happening in Nigeria, to make sure that they boycott Tyla's show. And they did that successfully. But Tyla didn't even take 24 hours after, you know, their rant to cancel her show in Nigeria because she doesn't care about Nairas, man. She doesn't care about Nairas. You know, the South African 1 rand is equals to 100 Nairas in Nigeria. So Naira is very, very worthless. It's very worthless. And now she's adding more shows in Brooklyn. She's adding more shows in London, you know. So, bro, like she's a global superstar. She wouldn't care about one show in Nigeria that was gonna give her Nairas. Nah, bruh. But the question is this. Can Nigerians afford Tyla's tickets? Can Nigerians afford Tyla's tickets? Because in South Africa, one ticket to Tyla's show, the cheapest is 900 rand. And that's equivalent to the 1 month salary of a Nigerian soldier in Nigeria. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It means in Nigeria, it will take a 1 month salary of a soldier to afford Tyla's ticket. What about common, ordinary Nigerians? Can they afford Tyla's tickets? I mean, we all know that that country is full of hunger, it's full of kwashiorkor, it's full of, you know, out of school kids because of poverty, extreme poverty. That's the reason they're eating dogs, rats, alligators, cats, everything that lives. They eat anything under the sun because of poverty. Now, how will they afford Tyla's tickets? Even their musicians don't do shows in Nigeria. When Thames was in a tour, the only African country a tour touched down in is South Africa because she knows that it's only South Africans that can afford her tickets. She didn't even want to do a show in Nigeria. Now, how will they afford Tyla's ticket?
Africans just canceled Tyla. Yeah, in certain African countries, they said that she cannot perform because of what's going on in South Africa. They told undocumented immigrants, you have to June 30th to get up out of here because all y'all doing is taking our resources and you're undercutting our wages. You're not bringing anything to the table, right? So they say, yeah, in certain countries, she can't perform. Places like Nigeria, I think they canceled her, but Nigeria, y'all might need to save that money and invest in some toilets. Y'all like 11 million toilets short in Nigeria. I can only imagine how y'all handling that waste problem, you know, the open defecation. And then you have Malawi is another one of them. And this place is, they're requesting for donations to help return 10,000 Malawis from South Africa back to their country. The government is so poor that they're asking for donations to return their people. Like, y'all don't need a concert. Y'all need to put your money, prioritize your money, because right now, Nigeria, y'all don't need a concert. You need toilets. Malawi, y'all need money to return your peoples. And then here's Ghana. Ghana's one of them. And they have like a horrible waste management problem, especially when it start flooding out there. So yeah, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for y'all to prioritize where you invest your money into. Maybe y'all don't need no concerts until you get toilets. Maybe you don't need no concerts until you get your people back, right? And speaking of that, you're requesting money to get your people back. I don't think y'all can even afford concerts, right? But anyways, it's kind of like Pan-Africanism goes out the window if you don't let people freeload off you, or if you don't let people benefit off you without bringing anything to the table. All that goes out the window once you start setting boundaries, because it was all good just a year ago. And the joke is really on them from a business aspect of this, because if South Africa if they start counseling these artists, these other African artists, mind you, South Africa has the biggest stadium venue in Africa. Chris Brown sold them out, I want to say last year. Remember, I think they have like 95,000, a stadium that hosts 95,000 people. So yeah, the joke is really on all the other Africans all together. And plus with Afro beats dying, I will say y'all need one another. But yeah, whatever though. But yeah, Pan-Africanism goes out the window if you don't let people freeload or eat off you without bringing anything to the table. How come when they talk about black Americans coming to Africa, oh, you got to invest in Africa. You got to come with benefits for all Africans. Whereas, you let other Africans could go freeload in other countries. There's no boundaries. Like, they're like, no, you should be okay with that. But anyway, yeah, I'm out.
Imagine making a video bragging about how you successfully cancelled Tyla in your country. Meanwhile, your country is currently going through issues that are affecting the everyday Nigerian. Instead of focusing on that, you would rather come to the internet and brag about successfully cancelling a 24-year-old from coming to your country to twerk and sing. Like, where are your priorities?
Tyla is having a show in December in Nigeria, and that show must not happen. This is the one time Nigerians have to come together and stand for something. Not after the xenophobic attacks that we saw in South Africa and how immigrants, and especially Nigerian immigrants, were treated. Not one word from Tyla, not even performative activism from her. She never spoke about it, but all of a sudden she wants to have a show in Nigeria. I even think that is very insulting to the intelligence of Nigerians, assuming that we are so spineless that we would welcome her into Nigeria with open arms without the consideration of what happened and what's been happening in South Africa. This is the one time Nigerians have the opportunity to stand for something. And if Nigerians go for that show, then I can finally say that all hope is lost and Nigerians are indeed a spineless population. That show must not happen in Nigeria. We need to, for one time, come together as a people and make a statement.
Suddenly, Tyla is the answer to your political problems that you've been facing for decades in your country. Our girl Tyla is a pop star and not a politician, and her job is to entertain, is to bring the vibes. She is not a scapegoat to decades of political neglect in your country. Part of her job description is literally to shake us. You are simply going through something we call misplaced accountability. Your anger is aimed at the wrong person, and you're trying to hold the wrong person accountable for this. Talking about, I love how Nigerians came together to boycott Tyla. Ain't no way we're gonna allow her to come to Nigeria and take our nairas. She's making dollars. The reason Tyla considered Nigeria as one of her touring countries is because there's a market in Nigeria, meaning that there are Nigerians who are streaming, listening to Tyla's music. So basically, y'all are fans. Y'all are fans. Now y'all wanna hate on Tyla because it's trendy to hate on Tyla. Be so for real. What you're doing right now is actually performative activism. You guys are actually performing solidarity, and that is so funny to me. Because imagine if that same energy was used to tackle terrorism, corruption, kidnappings from schools. They're literally kidnapping actual babies from schools. PDFs, flooding, infrastructure, sanitation problems, and leadership that is neglectful of their people. Your president doesn't even live in your country. Like, why? I love how Tyla suddenly removed Nigeria from her list without actually saying anything, because she didn't give you all the energy that you were looking for from her. It's a strategy. Girl is smart, okay? She is smart, and y'all are eating it up, giving her free publicity, by the way. The more you talk about her, the more people are going to search her up, so thank you. It even got to a point where I saw some comments from Nigerians saying that if Tyla steps foot in Nigeria, she's not going to live there alive. Like, y'all were literally threatening Tyla, threatening to end her life because there's a market in your country for her music. Y'all have sadly mistaken a Grammy-winning pop star from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. She's a pop star, not a politician. Almost any other country in the world has a problem with Nigerians, and somehow Tyla is the problem. Like, be so for real. I beg. You have bigger fish to fry now. What can be this?